Peace, family. How you all doing? My name is Keisha. I'm the owner of Ascendant Astrology, and I am your astrology coach. Today, I'm going to be doing my interpretation of the planet Venus. As promised, I did say I was going to do the planets, and I was thinking about what other videos I've already done over on my other page. I'm trying to condense it and get a little bit more organized, because I just be doing shit. But now I'm like, let me take this shit seriously about it. So I already did Moon, Mars, all 12 signs for Moon, all 12 signs for Mars, Venus. And now I'm doing Venus, the actual planet, but I've done all 12 signs. Um, Yeah, I actually think I did Chiron too, even though I wouldn't normally do that. I did that for a specific reason, but um Chiron, the wounded healer, if you don't know what that is, you definitely want to go check that out. Chiron on my other page, and all the information, if you click the box up and below, it's my link tree, will get you to all my other pages, or you can go to my website to get to all my other pages. It's messy now. But here we are, okay? Um, and yeah, and then I'm gonna start on Mercury next. So that'll be coming up shortly. But yeah, family, before I just start going, because I can do it. I can just start talking for no reason. So, what is Venus? Venus rules art, creativity, love, relationships, all relationships, romantic relationships, business contracts, agreements, and business partnerships, the marketplace. It rules real estate, mentorship, counseling, specifically marriage counseling. But again, for me personally, it could be any kind of counseling or anything in the legal fields, any kind of law, whatever related to law is covered here. Um, and it's the ruler of the seventh house and Libra and Taurus and the second house, right? Um, and Taurus is mostly about money, legacy, skills, talents, budgeting, savings, you know, and your possessions, like the luxury items here, fashion, any kind of beauty tips and all that. Taurus is the actual action of those things. Um, yeah, yeah, self-worth, love, and desires. Um, how we express our love to people, how we want to receive love in return. Venus kind of like draws people in. If you haven't listened to all my Venus through the series signs, I highly advise you to do it because once you hear this video, it's going to make so much more sense. Even though it is backwards, I'm not going to lie, I should have did this one first. And I will do that moving forward. But honestly, if you just go back and listen to even just the Libra and Venus video, this shit's gonna make so much more sense to you, I promise. So, Venus kind of draws you in, especially things that you desire. It draws people into you that desire the makeup that you are through your Venus sign. And it draws things to you that you like. It really is a manifestation power. I talked about this in that video, in my Libra video, which is why I say go back and listen to that video. Just as an energetic field, Venus is it's an allure. I mean, Venus is an allure. Venus is about feminine energy, somebody who embodies like Empress energy in the tarot. She knows who she is. She knows what she wants. She finds it, she seeks it, she hunts it, and then she goes and presents herself for that allure. She will live her life by what that is that she is attracted to, right? So that she can just sit back and let all of the goods come to her and she receives as she sits on her throne. I always, 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 always seen Venus as the lady who sits on the throne in the olden days, those kind of depictions where the guys are feeding her grapes. Now, the very funny thing about that is I got a reading one time, a psychic reading from this lady. She was a clairaudient and she recorded her readings. And that was the first thing she said about she laughed. She said, "You are funny." And I was like, what the fuck is so funny to me? I'm here to get a reading. I'm here for the experience. And she was like, I just see you in your crown, on your crown, sitting back being fed grapes. She's like, you are fucking funny. I was like, wow. Don't often say stuff like that out loud. As a Venus rising sign. And back then, I didn't even fucking know. Okay. I was not an astrologer at the time. Always been heavily into astrology, but I was not an astrologer at the time. So the fact that she said that, just like, really? I mean, it's in the air. Venus is in the air, right? So, um, this is another reason why I feel like if you go back and watch the Venus and Scorpio video that I did, this is another reason why I talked about, Venus. Whenever people talk about Venus, I feel like it's all about love, it's lovey-dovey, and it's super nice, it's super sweet. That is a mistake. I just don't think that you guys understand. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't want to fuck up anybody's like whirlwind dream of love and romanticism, but I want to fuck up your whirlwind dreams and romanticism because Venus is really not a game. She's not somebody to be played with. Even though she is sweet and kind, she is the devil's wife. I mean, just imagine somebody who puts up with the devil all day. Like, who does that? Venus is clever. She's bait, she's an allure. It pulls you in and captivates you and then drops you think of like Pennywise. You know how the kids were drawn to him and it was so easy for them to be attracted to what it was he was selling, the marketplace. These are connections, how you what you commit to. Um, this is how you get caught up, you know. That's what it does. It's blind. Love is blind, you know. On the surface level, Venus will distract you, hunt you, and break you down. And again, I'm really sorry to say it that way. I have to tell the truth. So when y'all be hearing me in here talking crazy about love and how I'm like, love does not exist. I hope you can see now as a Libra rising how swag. Okay. Um, it's a drug, Venus is a drug. I mean, think about it. When you're in a relationship with somebody and you're dating somebody, um, and then you break up, what happens? You're down and out. My life is sucks. Woe is me. This is the withdrawal from your desires, from your pleasures that you, like a freaking 3-year-old, you can't have it. And so you kind of go in this delusional breakdown of not having the thing that you want so badly. You know, think about it. And then someone else comes and you're like, what was I thinking? And that cycle just starts right back up again, right? And so you will consistently go through something like this in your Venusian area of life as a cycle until you learn um, what love really is, you know? Um, because that's not Venus. The higher expression of Venus is devotion, right? Oh, ladies, ladies, ladies. Y'all gonna know why I be tripping now when I be talking crazy about how we need to elevate and balance this male and female energy. Y'all gonna learn it. Um, Go look up the word devotion in the dictionary. Devotion to something that's higher than yourself. Now, if you listen to my Venus and Pisces video, this is going to give you, I mean, rooted to the tutor, what this is and why Pisces is exalted in Venus. Um, you know, whether this higher thing actually exists or not, you're devoted to it. So this is somebody who does something. This even goes back to like being disciplined and having a set schedule because you believe in that process of what you're building, right? What you're making, what you're creating, what you're manifesting, right? To continuously be on a path with something, whether it's actually happening or you just know that it's going to happen, right? Devotion to something that's higher than yourself, something that you cannot see, touch, feel, anything, whether it exists or not, you're devoted to it. Venus is being devoted to somebody, whether that person is there or not. You are devoted to them. That's unconditional love. So the lesson is don't look for love, look for devotion. Um, Venus is when you're not attracted to the light. It's energy, it's a frequency, meaning you're not attracted to their looks, how they spoke to you, how they held you, the romantic dates that they took you on, and the conversations that you had on the phone. Um, it's you respecting that person that perhaps taught you something. Teaching is definitely going to have a really big role in it, which, by the way, whenever you're doing a love reading to find your partner women, your indicator is Jupiter in the astrology. And obviously, I'll talk more about this when I get to Jupiter, but um, and Jupiter is all about teaching and wisdom, right? And so, um, it's you respecting that person, finding somebody who can teach you something that helps you elevate, spiritually gives you wisdom. That's Jupiter. Okay, this will be Jupiter in your chart. Even if that person was there for 2 days, as long as you get what you was being taught within that moment because it's growth, right? And that's true love, right? But we always attach it to a person. It's very toxic, y'all. Okay. And this is why it's important to love yourself first and why you got to get so grounded because Venus out here just giving out desires and pleasures like, you like that? Here. And niggas is just sucking that shit up like, oh, I'm in love. Love. Lies. It's an addiction. Venus is an addiction. And I highly advise you that if I said something in here that kind of struck you in a specific way to go deeper. I literally am giving you bird food on this planet. I promise you. I can talk about this topic for 3 hours long, giving you many different ways in which it acts and different signs and different elements and all that. So this is another reason why I say it's so important not to just caught up in what's related to you. Obviously, there's a process. I'm not saying you have to consume it all at once, but I really just want to keep it in the back of your head is to don't just stop at your personal astrology. Go deeper Because then what begins to happen is this energy starts to become storylines in your head. And even if it doesn't have anything to do with you, it might relate to a specific kind of person that you dated. And now you're unlocking a part of your brain where maybe you needed to heal, you needed answers, you needed some kind of reprieve or whatever. This is what knowledge does. It allows you to see past that situation so that you can heal, even if it's not directly with that person. This is unconditional love, right? This is how you know you're in love with yourself because you're respecting yourself enough to do whatever it takes to change your circumstances from that lower expression of any energy, right? Really, really fucking dope though. I hope, as usual, family, that you are getting something from this, you're understanding it, it's making sense or whatever or whatnot, because it's important to your growth. Just saying. I love and appreciate y'all. Peace.